Hello, my name is Hannah McCarthy. I have made a website called College Knowledge, as you can see on the home page. There's the title of the website and a little bit about the website. The problem my website is solving is that it is giving students at any level or students who are wanting to transfer into an Indiana college or from one Indiana college to another a review from outsiders. The reason they would come to this website instead of going to someone they know who attends the school is because these students will give them an outside view and a different perspective from a personality they may not be accustomed to. On this website, students are able to come and put anything they want under the review tab, right here, from their favorite spot to study on campus, favorite place to eat, or shortcut to a certain building. Under the housing tab, you can see that I've listed dorms, fraternities, and sororities. Here they will find all on-campus options of living, including dorms, apartments, fraternities, or sororities. Listed under each tab will be each on-campus complex that university offers where students who are living there currently, lived there previously, or knew someone who lived there can go and give their opinion, whether good or bad. One of my biggest frustrations from starting to apply to colleges was the application process itself. I remember one university I applied to had a 20-something long password, and it took me forever to figure out one I would remember. So the point of the applications tab is to give the community a place to ask questions or just post helpful comments, such as when they applied, how long it took to receive an answer, some tips on how to write the best essay for that school, available scholarships and how they applied for those scholarships, and like what the acceptance rate is. I know I do not technically have all this information on the site, but if I had more time, I would act as a facilitator of the website. I would make sure to find out more about all the housing options on each campus and write them down with the requirements on living there. And then so that way students could just go in and find out like where they lived, and if they want to write a review about it, they can just click on that and then make their own comments under there. My hopes of this complete website would to be to have everything a student could critique, from classes offered in their major to the food courts on that university, already written out on the website. So like I just said, all they would have to do was to come in and write a 1 to 2 sentence review on that certain subject. So some of the theories from this class that guided me into building this community was, I think a pretty obvious theory present in my community is the theory of weak and strong ties. I first started collecting reviews for the site through my friends who are all mutually related through knowing me. Although one of my friends at Ball State may not know one of my other friends from back home, the fact that both made a review on my website connected them through a weak tie. Two people from opposing schools will most likely never become strong ties unless they are just interested in looking at someone else's review and commenting and asking them numerous questions. I believe only a strong tie could come between a student who is interested in another student's particular review, and they continue to go back and forth answering questions and helping each other out for a period of time. So say if you go on a review and a student is has his mindset on Ball State and he is really interested in studying what Shelby studies, they can go back he could go back asking her questions, and she could continue to answer, and that could go on for a long period of time, and they could possibly become strong ties after that. This made me realize that strong ties are harder to come by than weak ties on most social communities. So when you bring many weak ties together, like I am putting on every college in Indiana, instead of just a chosen few, it will be more beneficial to others, having more insight. Because if I were to limit it to freshman students who were only able to make reviews, that could possibly turn out to have some biased opinions. Like I want a wide variety of students from all different majors in all different grades. So to continue on with theories, the same week we read about Bartle's theory of MUDs, Bartle found 4 things that the players of MUDs all commonly enjoy: achievement within the game, exploration of the game, socializing with others, and imposition upon others. In my website, the users find achievement within the website by finding a wide variety of opinions on universities in hopes to narrow down their decision. They explore the website for either the particular school they're interested in, or they could explore all the universities if they are completely undecided on where they want to go. Users can socialize with others by commenting on reviews. And lastly, Bartle said that players use the tools provided by the game to cause distress, or in some rare circumstances, help the players. I believe with my website, it will be more of each user helping one another. There could be a few impositions of people disagreeing over which dorm gives you the best freshman experience, but I do not think it'll ever get as aggressive as it does during an online game. This theory helped me break down all the different ways users could interact on my site. It helped me realize that just having reviews would not be enough interaction. Most people would write a review and then never come back because no one leaves comments on just a random summary of a college. So that made me realize that users want to do more than one thing on a site. They want to get into something that keeps them coming back. So the theory of breaking down the different things your site can offer made me realize I need to give the users more to work with, because originally I just had reviews and I was like, well, that would be helpful, but people want to know more than just some random person's opinion. So I then added housing and application process. During the entire process of building this community, I was thinking about Amy Jo Kim and her advice she gave on building a social community. I may be contradicting myself when I talk about Amy's theory because she says to do one thing but do it very well. Previously, I mentioned not having enough content to interest users to want to come back. But although I did add more options of where users can comment, it's all kind of sticks within the same realm of better educating outsiders about a university. I did not add more than 3 tabs though, because you always want to start your network small and pay attention to what your users gravitate to. One trend Kim talked about was the mutual entertainment, where people create their own content within the network. This is what my entire network consists of. Without the users sharing their opinions, this site would be completely empty. So, moving on to some strengths of the website. I believe one of the strengths of the website is that I can actually see people using it. I think it could reach out potentially to outside people who live outside of Indiana, and that would be a great thing for both sides. I believe that since the generation that will be using this website is such a huge social networking and social media generation, word will spread fast and the reviews will come piling in. It has great potential if I would focus in on what incoming students actually want to know about their school before they commit. So that kind of goes back to mutual entertainment. I could find out more about what maybe seniors in high school really want to know before they apply, or what they need help with, and then I could focus in on some of that and add more tabs about those topics up top here. Some weaknesses of the website is that right now there is no way to find out if every person who made a review is an actual student at one of these universities. I made it public so anyone can come in and write a review on a forum by only needing to put in their full name and email address. So given if their address is labeled at edu, that is pretty legit, but if they use a Gmail or a Yahoo account, there's no way of really telling if they are a real student at the university they say they are. If I were to further this website, I would ask for more verification in order for someone to be able to comment on any part of this website. I think that since this is a social community, it would reach a lot more people than the ones who live in Indiana. So as an opportunity of this website, I think it has a lot of great opportunities. This could help Indiana universities acquire more out-of-state students, or at least get more people from around America in the know about their school and some great things they have to offer. If this site were to become big enough, I could pair with the universities and they could tell me specifically what they want the viewers to know about their universities. For example, I could use some pictures or promotional videos that the university created that is not accessible on their own personal website and put it on here, so the viewers get more of a sense of than just if they were to go to the university's website. Some threats of the website. I was thinking about some potential threats on my website, and one of the big ones was that people would come and just completely tear apart their university and put profanity all over the site. I'm not sure if there is a way to prevent explicit words from being posted to this site, but if there's a tool for that, I would definitely use it. I'm all for having the not so good comments on my website because that would make it well-rounded and give students an opportunity to see both the good and the bad before they decide on a school. But I would just like it to be worded honestly instead of aggressively and just putting down the school completely. On the flip side of that, another threat I think that could possibly happen would be a student could get on this website and see all these amazing reviews from all of these colleges. Say he was he was choosing between Ball State and Indiana University, but he looked at all of these reviews and every single one had something that caught his eye. Then he would be even more torn, and then he'd be like, oh, how am I supposed to decide now? Like, this website just made me want to go to all these universities. So those are some threats. So like I said before, if I were to go in and make this more complete, if you clicked on Indiana University, you would be able to see all of these, all of the dorms listed out completely in a list, and then they would be able to click on them and then comment on there. So like for this, I could only find the dorms, and I couldn't find any more information, so I kind of just listed them on there to give you an example. And then for like the fraternities, I would do the same thing. I would have all the colleges listed out, and then every single fraternity that has a house on campus that you are able to live in. And then I would probably include all the off-campus, or all the fraternities still on the campus that don't have a house, just in case someone was interested in rushing a specific fraternity. To give you an example of the reviews, I had to put these in myself because I started asking for reviews before I figured out how to make it public. So if this person came in to my site, he would have his own little user over here, and it would be a summary like this. But then once I started getting reviews, like I said before, I think this is kind of long and boring and people won't really want to read all of that. So I kind of want to break it down into more tabs with different topics that the users or the viewers of the site would find interesting. So that is my site. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to comment on my site. Thank you. Bye.